The Toronto Maple Leafs may not be the only team with an NHL playoff curse. Carolina has lost 14 straight conference final games dating back to 2009. In this series alone, they've been outscored 16-4 over the course of 3 games, and they're down 0-3. Now here's the thing. We know that going through the Met in the playoffs is far easier than going through the Atlantic with teams like Tampa Bay, Florida, and Toronto. And in reality, the Hurricanes are not that bad of a team. So why are they losing like one? And I think the obvious answer begins with their goaltending. Now, in this recent run of conference finals and playoff success under Rob Brind'amour, they've never had a true number one goalie. While Frederik Andersen did play well for the Leafs a long time ago, he was never a number one vetted top-tier NHL goaltender. And yes, he had the best save percentage heading into this series, and that's because they were playing very inferior opposition. The disparity is huge when you consider that the Hurricanes have Andersen and the Panthers, on top of everything else, have goalie Bob. But it's beyond that. When we watch a playoff series, even when a team loses the series, we can say, well, in this moment they had it here. They had a game here, and they dominated this moment right over here. This has happened 0 times in this series. Tonight is game 4, and they will likely get swept. And if the past games are any indication as to what's going to happen tonight, it's not going to be close. And similarly to points during the Leafs series with the Panthers, it's so obvious that not only is this team deeper than pretty much any in the NHL and definitely any team in the Eastern Conference, but Paul Maurice right now, and especially in the last 2 years, is in his prime as a coach. If you were starting a team from scratch and needed somebody to take the helm and be the coach of your squad, you're picking Paul Maurice. And then you look at Rob Brind'amour, who is a stud, who as a player was a stud, a physical player, a force and freak of nature. And his team aren't just getting beaten like they did a couple years ago where it was a sweep, but it was close. They're getting manhandled and dominated in every single statistical and intangible category. Now the Panthers have coasted through the playoffs, apart from the Leafs, who actually gave them, which is crazy, their toughest challenge. As good as these guys are, and as much as you don't like them, this will end up being a historic team. 3 finals in a row, even if they lose. That's an incredible feat.